Hey guys, Scare9 here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, Borderlands 3 got officially announced today. I am so incredibly hyped. I have not been this excited for a game since the launch of Destiny 2. I'm beyond excited. I'm going to be playing the hell out of this game. You don't even have to ask. Yes, it is going to be added to the channel. This isn't like Anthem. This isn't it will be added to the channel if it does well. This is being added to the channel. I am an insanely big Borderlands fan. I've been playing it forever, and I'm so excited for this. So, let's just go ahead and break it down. I want this to be structured kind of like a 10 things you missed type of video, but I didn't go through and pick things out beforehand. It was a late day at work, so it's like 10-ish things you missed. So we're just going to break down the trailer. The volume is low because I don't want to get copyrighted. They use copyrighted music in this, so hopefully that doesn't happen. But there's just a few key points in the trailer that I want to point out. And this is actually the first one. So we actually meet our new antagonists, our new bad guys in this trailer, and you can actually see their names right here, which is really cool. So this sign right here says, meet Calypso's honor the father, but it says that their name are Tyreen or something to that extent. This sort of character right there is really hard to make out. And the guy's name is Troy. So that's very, very interesting. And they are part of the Children of the Vault and that sort of thing. And you have all sorts of everything, just, you know, setting the scene. It's very Borderlands-esque right here, which I really enjoy personally. So we're going to keep on going. I also like how they kept it kind of minimal here. Nothing fancy, just a lot of, you know, very blank text. Here we have our two antagonists, Troy and Tyreen, or whatever the hell her name is. Notice she has siren markings, right? Oh, I'm in front of him. God dang it. What am I doing? She has siren markings. You can see them on her arm right there. And we know from yesterday, the trailer, there was, that's a better view, there was a kind of Morse code thing in the trailer, in the teaser trailer, that said count the sirens. So that's going to be really important. We know in the Borderlands universe, only 6 sirens can exist at a time. Right now we have Lilith and Maya. We knew that Angel was a siren, but she died, spoiler alert. And General Steel in the original Borderlands was also a siren. Once again, she's dead. So we know where 2 are. This bad person, Tyreen, or whatever the hell her name is, this makes 3. So it seems like sirens are going to play a very important part in this game. And I just noticed this. He actually has tattoos, and I can't really make out what any of these are saying. But yeah, so let's keep going. So bad guys, once again, simplistic, no caps, just very plain font. I really like that. Here we go. Once again, renewed emphasis on sirens. We have Lilith's new look. Looks updated. The graphics in this game are going to be incredible. I cannot wait. We have the standard toilet kind of loot box that you open for ammo and stuff, so that's confirmed to be coming back. But once again, she has her siren markings here, and note that. That's very important. She's very obviously not using her powers, but she has these, you know, her really cool markings that all sirens have. So we go through. That's very important. Then, more simplistic text. Here we get our introduction to, presumably, who are going to be our 4 main heroes for this one. So you have the new siren over here, I believe. We'll go over her in a second. She is the new playable siren character. So now, keep in mind, we have Lilith, we have Maya, we have the antagonist, and we have our protagonist here. So 4 sirens, that is really important, and we can keep going through that. Then we have the return of, it looks like some type of commando type character. You know, you had Roland, and then you had Axton. This type of character with a drone. That seems like what they're going for here. I would maybe expect this guy to be the sniper. You know, we have one in every game. We have Mordecai, and then we had Zero. I just kind of get that feel. He just kind of looks like a sniper type of guy. And then you have just this awesome robot-looking dude. He looks awesome. I'm hoping he's kind of our version of Salvador. Just, man, I cannot wait. But once again, she's a siren, so keep note of that in our first look at our protagonist. And we have all sorts of returning guns here, by the way. I mean, you can just kind of... It's been a while since I've touched up on Borderlands, but you can kind of see stuff. So you have like a Jacobs pistol, it looks like right here. I believe this is also a Jacobs kind of assault rifle. This kind of looks like a Hyperion shotgun, maybe? It's like I said, it's been a while. It could be Torg. I know these blocky mags oftentimes belong to Torg weapons. I don't recognize this guy at all. Maybe, no, it's not Malawan. I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've looked at a lot of these. Next scene here, more black, more simplistic. So we get our first view of kind of like some of our stuff. Our stuff, right? Really specific. Our first landscapes of the game, very Borderlands 2-esque, looking really good, looking like just kind of the general area that we had for the entire game. It looks like, you know, kind of the sub-religious themes once again. Oh, here, and like I mean, there's all sorts of stuff here you can break down. New antagonist, she's the new siren. Or no, excuse me, new protagonist. She's one of the good guys. She's a siren once again, just reaffirmed by her tattoos and stuff, and we'll see her power in a second. Here we go. We have the guy I said kind of looks like a sniper. Summoning a clone of himself, it looks like. Is this the guy that looks like? This might be Reese. It's so hard to tell because they change a lot of the stuff. I don't think this is Reese from the Telltale games, but summoning a version of himself very similarly to how like Zero would do that. So that's kind of cool. I'm probably missing something very obvious about this scene, but I just can't think about what it is. Here we go. We have the new... No, that has to be the new protagonist because they're going through it. So this is the sniper guy. For sure. That must be his power, that he can summon a doppelganger, kind of like Zero or even Jack could do in the pre-sequel, right? Here we go. We have the new robot guy. His thing is he's swinging around a buzzsaw. Sorry for skipping around so much here, but yeah, well, it's not a buzzsaw. It's just like a melee weapon. So this is, maybe he's going to be our sniper melee character, kind of like carrying on the Zero tradition. That'd be really interesting. I really like melee builds, so I'm hoping whoever it is, it's really good. And notice these enemies seem to be kind of not attacking him, but that could just be for like trailer magic. We don't know if that's actually maybe, because it seems like they're showing off their powers here, right? Like, so once again, sorry for jumping back and forth, but so they're showing off their powers. Here we know she's a siren. We will see her actual powers here in a second. This guy can summon a doppelganger. Maybe that's his power. This guy seems like he has enemies on his side. He shoots off this kind of like blast. Maybe that's his power. Or maybe he's just stunning them. That could be a possibility too. And once again, she's going to be like our commando type character. She has this giant mech in the background. So that is really cool. Here, they're just jumping. This looks really similar to kind of like the Sledge. I forget what it was called, but where Sledge was in Borderlands 1. More stuff. This looks like something straight from the General Knox DLC, just way stations. You know, more of the Borderlands stuff that we've grown to know and love. Goodness gracious, what have I done? Let's see, more just regular stuff. Oh, here we go. So here's the siren. So a melee-based siren character, it looks like. So actually, I think I was wrong. Maybe the other character isn't melee-based. It's just so hard to tell with these things, but it's really interesting because all the sirens that we have seen, they all have different phase abilities. So we have like phase lock for Maya, where she can trap enemies, and then we have phase walk, I think, for Lilith, where she can go insane. I think that's what it's called. You had phase shift for Angel, so you could control technology and that sort of stuff. General Steel, she could run really fast, but I don't know if that was technically her power. And then you have this kind of character here who will be able to punch things really hard, which is really cool. Now, one interesting thing that I really like about this, you have the vault symbol upside down, and you will see this numerous times throughout the breakdown and throughout this trailer. I think that's really important because it's kind of like the anarchy symbol, right? Like, or you know, you have all the, I don't want to get political or religious or whatever, but you have like all the anti-Christian people do the upside down cross. It's very commonplace for these anarchists to use the normal symbol just flipped on their head, and that, you know, flipping it on its head, that sort of thing. So I'm wondering if that's what we're going to be getting here, is just a group that is just anti-vault, an anti-vault hunter, and just destroying everything. I think that would be very interesting. Gameplay, very beautiful. Here we have this is the vault key. If you remember from Borderlands 2, they open it up, and whenever you open it up, you can see the locations for all the vaults across the galaxies. And this is Tannis returning, which is really cool. Once again, just our 4 main protagonists. It looks like our 4 playable characters. Notice, very interesting. This looks like an E-Tech weapon. This is the drone that we saw the commando type character summon earlier, this mech, but the sniper dude, or whatever the hell he is riding in the back of it. So it looks like you might be able to kind of mix your supers or your ultimates. What were they called in this game? Your abilities? I forget what they were called. But essentially, I'm thinking that you can summon this mech and she can ride around in it, but you can have a teammate jump on your back as well. Just kind of promoting more team play, which is really cool. Here we have just, you know, more of this kind of normal stuff for Borderlands. We have our vehicles returning, very cool. Just, you know, this sort of stuff. And then we have all sorts of stuff to break down here. So I can actually go slowly if I need to. I can go frame by frame. So sorry for, oh goodness, the flashes are crazy here. Stop it. Very simplistic once again. I really like this type of thing. Can I hold this? Oh, I can't. Wait. Well, it's kind of going like 2 frames at a time. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. We have the siren character doing something. I don't really know. Oh, no, that's not the siren character. Yeah, I mean, it is the wrong siren character. That's the bad guy siren character. Excuse me, I should have clarified. You have some type of firestorm going on here. Same scene as earlier. More of this anarchy symbol, that sort of thing. Ooh, this is the punchy girl. She's getting ready to punch some things. A psycho. Our toxic barrels are returning. So our corrosive barrels are returning. All sorts of stuff. New vehicle. We'll see this later. Very cool. Just a single wheel type of thing. We have our daddy Goliaths returning. Very cool. Just that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of things in there that you probably might have missed. But, you know, because the flashes. And then once again, this kind of reaffirms my theory that, hey, maybe this guy can take over enemies and stuff. It would be weird if you had a pet dog, because that's kind of like having a mech or like a commando drone or a turret. Except at the same time, Mordecai had his bird Bloodwing in the first game. So maybe this is the kind of new version of Bloodwing. Maybe it's just a skag instead of a rack. Cool gun looking here. I have no idea what that is. Maybe our first look at a legendary, but who knows? Just, you know, generic shooting scenes. Lilith going Super Saiyan mode right here. About to use her powers, about to kick some ass. We get our first look at Maya. Brand new look, looks really good. And we don't know who this is, right? Is this her kid? Is this another siren? She doesn't have any tattoos, but she's also like covering up all of her arms. But you probably would be able to see him here. So it's really hard to tell. Who is this character? Is it our new Tiny Tina type of character? Fast travel stations are back. No one ever thought they wouldn't, but there's that. And then here's a catch a ride station as well. So just confirming these things coming back, sort of just to reaffirm. This is the most interesting part of this trailer. You have Lilith running away from the 2 new bad guys. Her tattoos are gone. She is not a siren in this clip. She's gone. She's a normal human being. My theory is this siren's ability is to take other sirens' abilities. Or maybe his mech suits can do it or whatever. But one of these 2 bad guys can take sirens, drain their powers, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. But I think that will be an incredibly important plot point, especially since we know that Lilith is kind of like God mode now, right? Like she can kick ass without even trying. She's super powerful. So that'll be really interesting. And I'm thinking that's definitely what happens. And they kind of like high five here. I don't really know. Once again, I really like this type of thing. New vehicles, anti-grav. Yeah, I'm thinking you just have a pet dog. I'm thinking that it's kind of like Bloodwing, because look here, once again, he has the dog. So it looks like this character is going to be kind of like a lone wolf hunter type of character, and you have a pet dog, very similarly to Mordecai in the first game. So you're going to keep going, explore the worlds, multiple worlds. We did know that there was a copyright taken out about 4 or 5 years ago on the title Border Worlds by Gearbox. And so I'm thinking that this is going to be kind of like that. I'm thinking we're going to have multiple places, you know, just normal action shots that we're used to. Anarchy sign over to the left. Once again, this is really cool. So this is one of our different worlds, I imagine. This is not on Pandora, right? Pandora is a hellhole. This seems like a brand new place, and I don't think there's any information that we can gather here. It says caution and stuff, but I'm thinking this is a brand new planet, very civilized, very cool. Here you just get a bunch of different clips of different weapons and stuff. Just gameplay here. This is really interesting. Once again, just the location. You have ammo crates that have a slightly different look, which is very nice. the same scene as the first scene. This looks like something similar to the Hammerlock DLC, which is weird because that was still on Pandora, but I'm thinking that's actually going to be a different planet. Ellie's scrap. This is ripped straight from Borderlands 2, but it does look different. She doesn't have this extra side over here. If you remember, there's actually a mountain here, so it looks like she actually moved her location. But they also have just kind of completely changed locations that are supposed to be in the same place. The starting town in in Borderlands 1, Firestone, I think it was Firestone. You go back to it in Borderlands 2, and none of the mountains are in the same place, right? So some of them are, but it looks way different. I'm thinking maybe that's what they did there. Who knows? Notice it says Io up here. Is Io one of the places we're going? Maybe. It'd be really interesting because Borderlands isn't really set in our thing. Maybe that says 10 and not Io, but that definitely looks like Io. But who knows? Keep going. Just really interesting shots here. Nothing that sticks out too much. There's the bad people again. And notice, is he a siren? Because originally I thought no, but... You see these? What if he took Lilith's siren powers and became a siren? Or what if his siren powers are just that he can do that or whatever? Because, so we know of 4 sirens now. The main protagonist, and then the main antagonist as well. So if he's a siren, that's 5 out of 6. Possibility, but we don't know. But he definitely looks like a siren here. This looks like something from the General Torg DLC. This looks like something from the Hammerlock DLC. What the hell is that? I didn't even notice that the first time through. I don't know how you missed that. New NPCs, new enemies. Varkids are back. Cool. That's really interesting. This is going to be... Oh, this is so cool. This is part of this cityscape, it looks like. This giant city, the really fancy city. So it looks like we meet new enemies there. This is really interesting because this guy actually looks like an Iridian, right? So maybe that'll play into the story. You get Brick back with a sick mustache. Looks very good. New people here. Ice is coming back, confirmed from the pre-sequel. So that's very interesting. I'm wondering how they'll kind of tie that into the story. Here's Maya. Once again, easily the coolest redesign. Brick doesn't have his mustache here, but Maya looks really sick. Mordecai. Tiny Tina's back, BB! Hell yeah. Mordecai kind of looks like his face got squished, but everyone else is looking sick. Here we go, Tiny Tina. Hell yeah. And she's actually wearing a new mask, which is really cool, but very cool. Ellie's back. We already knew that. Here we go. I see. Is that Reese? I'm so bad with characters in this animation because I don't really recognize this guy, but I don't think it's Reese. I'm not really sure, but we have Hammerlock and his sister was Aurelia, I think, from the pre-sequel. So they're back. Very cool. I think that's Reese, but I don't know, man. I'm so bad. The whole Telltale part is like, whoof, way over my head. Stuff like that here. Oh no, this is Reese. This is absolutely Reese. I recognize him immediately. So you have Reese and Zero standing in frame. I have no idea who the hell that last guy was. That's Reese. Maybe it was Vaughn. Tannis, Marcus, you know, returning cast, 4 main protagonists again, and just so much loot. And here, notice, I was looking for it at work, not a single legendary is shown. Interesting. Maybe they're saving them, right? Guns with legs, maybe that's a legendary. Who the hell knows? And that sort of thing. So that's pretty much everything. We can take these frame by frame. Because, you know, this is the type of place where you would hide stuff if you were Gearbox. So here we just have, this actually looks like a doll weapon, which is interesting. So doll, I have no idea what this is. I can't tell. That's way too dark. Actually, I have no idea what that is either. These continuous firing weapons are back. I forget what they're called. The linear fusion rifles. That's what we're going to call them now. Different model of shotgun that I don't think existed before. Here, that's a Vladov gun, it looks like. Very interesting. I have no idea what the hell that is. That's not a manufacturer I recognize. Once again, Vladov, it looks like Jacobs. No, not Jacobs. This was also a doll pistol. phase locked, by the way. So it looks like we are going to see what's her head use a little bit of her powers. This looks like a Maliwan. That looks like it'll be a Jacobs. I have no idea what that is. This looks like the Hornet. So all sorts of just weird guns showing off Maliwan's back. So that's cool. Oh, that's definitely Maliwan right there. You can tell. It's got the color scheme and everything. I have no idea what that is. What was the one? Maybe Vladoff? I think Vladoff had that type of sight. Man, it's been so long. That's definitely Hyperion. I have no idea what that is. This also looks Maliwan, but it looks infected on the end. Look at that. Interesting. That's a legendary. I'm calling it right now. This one looks like Vladoff as well. And so you just have so many guns just flashing, right? So very cool stuff. That's a legendary, probably, or an E-Tech if they're back. You have just so much here. Once again, no legendaries, right? But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So 20-minute breakdown of the trailer. A little bit rough. But you know, hopefully you guys learn new stuff. I think the most interesting thing that we can glean from this is sirens are going to be incredibly important to the story, and Lilith loses her siren powers for some reason, and there was a huge focus on Maya and the new siren person protagonist in this as well. And then I forget their names, Troy and I even like showed their names, so I forget their names. Are they both sirens? Is only the girl? You know, that's a good question. So I'm incredibly hyped for Borderlands 3. I hope you guys are too. I just cannot wait. Yeah, I'm going to go try to dig out my old Xbox 360, transfer my save file onto my Xbox One, and have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like rating down below, and also make sure to subscribe for future Borderlands 3 content. If I missed anything that you caught, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm incredibly excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a fantastic night, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.